Victor Wembanyama has gotten off to a great start to his NBA career, and it seems like he's the perfect player for the San Antonio Spurs to build around. But what if Wembanyama spent his career going from team to team? Would he be able to have a lot of success and win championships, or would it be difficult for Wemby to win rings? That's what we're here to find out. Wembanyama is going to be changing teams every single season in this simulation, and we're going to follow the entirety of his career. Victor Wembanyama takes home Rookie of the Year at the end of his rookie season, but unfortunately it was a pretty uneventful year otherwise. We only ended up winning 26 games on the season, which is why it's a perfect time for Wemby to get a change of scenery. Let's spin the wheel of teams to see where Wemby's going next. It looks like Wemby's going to Phoenix. Oh, this is perfect. Wembanyama is going to get a chance to play with Kevin Durant, a guy who he said he modeled his game after. And of course, he'll get to play with Book and Beal as well. This team is going to be stacked. Yeah, bro, it might be GG's for the entire league. Book, KD, and Wemby, I mean, the scoring talent is going to be ridiculous in Phoenix. Also, Wembanyama's up to an 89 for just his second season. Darius Garland takes home the MVP this season. Stephon Cassell, Rookie of the Year. Men Thompson, 6-man. AD DPOY. Kuminga, Most Improved. Cade Cunningham wins Clutch Player of the Year. Here's the All-NBA first team, second team. Hey, there's Wemby on the third team alongside his teammate Devin Booker. Wemby averaged nearly 20 points a game this season. Also averaged over 2 blocks a night. Efficiency still coming around for Wembanyama, but you know what? He'll get it together. And I mean, these are some great numbers, of course, for just his second season. Now this year, we only won 47 games. I mean, you've got to be kidding me. With this basketball team, there's no way that should happen. But I think that 2K just isn't a big fan of the Phoenix Suns for whatever reason. And even worse, we got the Denver Nuggets in the first round. And this is a tough team. Jamal, Aaron Gordon, Nikola Jokic. I guess Michael Porter Jr. isn't here though, so that helps us out a little bit. We're going to take a 3-2 series lead and we'll beat him in 6. Okay, great. We're moving on to round 2 against the Golden State Warriors. Of course, you got to worry about Steph and Clay, but their supporting cast isn't too crazy. Game number 1's going to go to us. Game 2 also goes to us. Warriors going to take game 3, and it looks like KD might just take down his former team. We're going to lose in game 5 and game 6. So Wemby could blow a 3-1 lead early in his young career, and that wouldn't look good considering the super team he's on. Luckily, we did not blow that 3-1 lead. Shout out to Bradley Beal, 32, Wemby 21 and 11 in this one. He even made 3 3-pointers for us, and we end up getting out of there. We're moving on to the conference finals against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Maybe we just weren't a good regular season team, and we're a team that's going to turn it up in the playoffs. That's what it's looked like so far. Game number 1's going to go to OKC. Game 2 goes to us. Game number 3 will go to the Thunder, and we're down 3-1. So never mind to whatever I just said about, oh, we're a good playoff team. Yeah, whatever. Numbers were really good in the playoffs. Efficiency went up, and now it's time for him to move on to his next team. What is his next team going to be? It's going to be Golden State. Oh man, Wembanyama gonna move on to this Warriors team we just faced in the second round. But this is crazy because Wemby's gonna get to play alongside another NBA legend in Steph Curry. This team isn't as good as that Phoenix team, but y'all know how the 2K sim is. This team could very well make a lot of noise. Steph and Wemby is a crazy duo, man. Also, Wemby's up to a 92 overall for year number 3. Season 3 is wrapped. LaMelo wins MVP. I wonder how long it'll be before Wembanyama gets one. I mean, I assume he'll get one in this video. Cooper Flag, Rookie of the Year. Justin Edwards, 6-man. Wemby, speaking of awards for Wembanyama, there's a DPOY, and man, what a year 3 leap Wembanyama took, averaging about 27 points and 14 boards a game. Ridiculous stuff from Wembanyama this year. Of course, that was good enough for him to make All-NBA first team. We were the number 4 seed, winning 48 games on the year. In round number 1, we're going to be taking on Memphis, and the Grizzlies are up 3-2 against us, and we'll lose in 6. So early on in Wemby's career, not really to his fault, he just hasn't had much success. So we'll have to see if Wemby can go to a team next season where he can go crazy, because, I mean, look at the stats. He's definitely doing his part. He just needs some players who can elevate their play alongside him. I mean, I feel like he's been on some solid teams, but I guess they haven't been good enough just yet. We're switching it up to the boxes, so I can click a box and it'll give me an NBA team, right? So we're going to go with 14. We're going to New York, Wembanyama in the Big Apple. Wembanyama is going to have another solid opportunity. I mean, I feel like he hasn't been on a team that's absolutely terrible besides the Spurs in his first season, but I mean, that was his rookie year, you know? Overall, this squad is solid. And also real quick, if you're enjoying the video so far, I'm trying to hit 20K by the end of the year, so I'd really appreciate if you consider subscribing to the channel. Anyway, let's get into Wemby's season with the Knicks. Luka Doncic on the Pistons wins MVP, Koa Pete Rookie of the Year, Amen Thompson 6th Man, Chet Holmgren DPOY, Dylan Harper Most Improved, and Stefan Cassell Clutch Player. Steve Clifford for the Hornets, Charlotte Basketball is back. He wins Coach of the Year. John Murphy, Executive of the Year. And Victor Wembanyama, he was on the All-NBA second team this season. Numbers kind of dropped off, but honestly, I could understand why. I mean, you look at this team, there's quite a few scoring options for better or worse. I guess they're taking the ball out of Wemby's hands so Julius Randle can throw up a couple more bricks. Nah, but he's gotten off to a rough start this season in real life. All right, in round number 1, we got the Boston Celtics. Boston's the 5 seed, we're the 4 seed. We're up 3-2, and we're going to a game 7 with the Celtics. Now, let's see who they have. They've basically got their same squad. They've got some auto-generated center running the 5, but otherwise, team looks pretty much the same. Let's get into the simcast of this game 7. It's been a rough start to Wemby's career. I mean, we're only a couple years in, so obviously he's got plenty of time to turn it around, but he's been on some good teams, and so far, we have yet to make the NBA Finals. I guess it's only been 4 seasons, though. Maybe my expectations are a little bit too high for him. All right, let's select our next box. I'm gonna go with number 11, and it's gonna be the Utah Jazz. Okay. I mean, obviously in real life, Utah isn't exactly great, but it's been a while in the simulation, so maybe they've turned things around. Bro, this team has way too many centers. I mean, they're not too bad. They definitely got some good young talent for sure, but I'm thinking we got to move some positions around. We're going to run Cam Boozer and also Walker Kessler as our power forwards on this team. Another season in the books, Darius Garland MVP, Elijah Williams Rookie of the Year, DJ Wagner 6th Man, Wemby DPOY, that's already 2 in the books for Wemby. Justin Edwards Clutch Player, Mookie Cook wins Most Improved, JB Bickerstaff Coach of the Year. Wembanyama makes the All-NBA third team alongside Scoot Henderson, who was in the same draft class as him. And this year we were the number 2 seed, 51-31. I believe this is the best finish that we've had. And we picked up Kyrie. Oh man. We traded Lauri Markkanen and a first to go get Kyrie. Alright, let's go ahead and get into it. Round number 1, we're taking on the Memphis Grizzlies. They're the 7th seed, we're the 2 seed, and we're going to go ahead and gentlemen sweep them. Round 2, it's Wemby's former team, San Antonio. They're up 3-1 on us. We're going to take game 5 and game 6. Can Wemby pull off a 3-1 comeback against his former team, who seemingly haven't really struggled without him? They're still doing some great stuff at the number 3 seed in the West. Bro, Wembanyama just continues to disappoint me. 11 points in game 7. Oh man, and the numbers were way down in the playoffs. Come on now, Wemby. I mean, I know the teams may not be absolutely stacked, but that's where he comes in. He should be the guy who puts the team over the edge. I mean, this was a good basketball team. I don't know why we weren't at least able to make it to the conference finals, but I guess it's time for Wemby to go to another team. Here we go. Number 19, it's going to be the Detroit Pistons. I remember that the Pistons had Luka earlier, so we'll have to see if he's still on that team. Yeah, there's no excuse if Wemby doesn't win a ring in Detroit. He's playing alongside Luka, Ron Holland, Justin Edwards. This team is crazy. Wemby, you gotta make it happen this year. Luka winning MVP even with Wemby on the team. No DPOY this year for Wembanyama. As a matter of fact, Wemby didn't even make All-NBA this season. That's surprising, but maybe he just took a back seat for the better of the team because we were great. We won 65 games. Far and away the best team in the Eastern Conference. We gotta win a chip this year. Bro, Bro, I didn't expect that to happen, bro. That's my bad, but like, can y'all even blame me? I didn't expect us to lose to the 8 seed. Wembanyama, I'm not gonna lie, man. So far, you're on fraud watch, man. I don't know what's going on. So now Wemby's headed to Boston. I don't think it even matters what team he has. I mean, he was on a great Detroit team and still blew it. I don't know what to say. Maybe Boston still has JT and JB, though. This might be the best team Wembanyama's been on yet, and he's been on some great teams. So, like I said, he's just gotta win a ring. Koa Pete MVP, Eldon Atkins Rookie of the Year. This dude won 6th Man of the Year. I don't know how to say his name, to be honest with you. Evan Mobley DPOY, Carter Bryant Most Improved, Scoot Clutch Player of the Year, Victor Wembanyama makes the All-NBA first team this season. Still no MVP for Wemby though. I'm really waiting to see him do that. We were the 5th seed. Bro, come on guys. Like this is actually pathetic at a certain point. Are we even going to make it out the first round? Yeah, woohoo. We made it out of the first round. Round 2, we got the Wizards. This team is trash. How did we let them win more regular season games than us? Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. Wembanyama, we are 7 seasons into the video, and he's sold at least like 3-4 seasons in this video where he had a legitimate chance to win a championship and didn't do it. Like, you gotta lock in Wembanyama. I've said it year after year, but this is getting ridiculous. Let's see what super team he's gonna lose on next. It's gonna be the Toronto Raptors. On this Raptors team, Wembanyama is definitively the guy. You know, he's going to have to lead this team. Also, Bryce James is here, but he's going to have to be the leader for this team. And maybe that's the opportunity he needs to go out there and win a chip. Luka still doing his thing without Wemby on the Pistons. Dennis Williams, Rookie of the Year. Carter Knox, 6th Man. Mobley wins DPOY. Tracy Byers, Most Improved. And Mookie Cook wins Clutch Player of the Year. James King, Coach of the Year. And Victor Wembanyama on the All-NBA 3rd team. This was the year where he was supposed to be the guy. Look at these numbers, man. Okay, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm guessing they changed something potentially with like the shot clock or something, and the shot clock was longer. Yeah, they changed it to 30 seconds, so I'll be sure to move that back. But we were the 3rd seed, 48-34 on the season, so not great. Definitely doesn't make us definitive contenders or anything, but we'll see if we can even get out of Yeah, we can't even get out of the first round, bro. Wembanyama, it's been a minute since he even made the conference finals. I think he's only made 1 in this video. So we're going to go with box number 8. We'll do box number 8, and it's going to be Philadelphia. I think they have Koa Pete, who's been really nice in the sim. We've got 390-plus players on this Philly team, and Koa Pete has won an MVP. So Wemby's getting another chance to play alongside superstars. Tyron Stokes wins MVP. Howie Francis Rookie of the Year. Bam Bagioka 6th Man of the Year. Wemby, there you go. Defensive Player of the Year. Now that's what I'm talking about. He also averaged almost 6 assists per game. And Nick Nurse was named Coach of the Year. All right, we're back, bro. Come on, Wembanyama. You got to make it at least to the NBA Finals. All right, we made it out of the first round. Round number 2, it's going to be the Charlotte Hornets. We gentlemen sweep them. Conference Finals, we got Chicago. We're down 3-1. We're going to take Game 5 and Game 6. Okay, we're going to a Game 7. Trip to the Finals on the line. This Bulls team might be better than us. I'm not going to lie to y'all. They are absolutely stacked, but we can pull this off. We have the best player in the series, Victor Wembanyama. This is the legacy run for Wemby. 3-1 comeback in the conference finals to make an NBA Finals appearance against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Here we go. This team is way worse than that Chicago team we just beat. Game number 1 goes to them. Okay, why do I always say, oh, this team is worse than us? It never really goes in my favor. We're all tied up with Minnesota, though. We need this Game 5. Wembanyama comes through for us in Game 5. Koa Pete plays a great game as well. We're up 3-2 in the series, 1 game away from Wemby's first NBA championship. Unfortunately, we aren't going to be able to win in Game 6, but that means we're headed to a winner-go-home Game 7. Wembanyama had a 28-point triple-double. He really wanted the chip in Game 6, but he's going to have to earn it in a winner-go-home situation. He lost, and I don't even know if I can blame him. This was a great run for him. I don't know what happened, man. We just got dropped off. It's unfortunate, but we lose in Game 7, and Wembanyama, in the losing effort, takes home Finals MVP. That shows you This one really wasn't on him. I can't blame him in this one. And Wemby at least adds a finals MVP to his resume, I guess. Time for our next team here, number 26, and we're going to the Indiana Pacers. Wemby's going to get to play alongside an elite guard in Tyrese Halliburton, who should be able to set him up with a ton of opportunities. So I definitely like this pairing. Tyron Stokes takes home an MVP. Artie Stokes wins Rookie of the Year. Guardiola, sixth man. Wemby, another DPOY. He's won a lot of those. Roy Carpenter, Most Improved. Elijah Arenas, Clutch Player of the Year. Taylor Jenkins, Coach of the Year. Wemby makes the All-NBA first team, and we were the number 1 seed this season. Ended off the year hot. 11-game win streak to close out the season. Round 1, we got Charlotte. We're going to easily beat them in 5. Round 2, it's going to be Chicago. We beat them in 5. Conference Finals, we got Orlando. They're up 3-1 on us. We're going to take Game 5, and we'll lose in 6. So unfortunately, Wembanyama cannot make it back to the NBA Finals this season, and he struggled in the final game where we had a chance to force 7 in the Conference Finals. But now he's going to be moving on to another team. I'm going to go with number 4, and it's going to be the Spurs. Since Wemby's already played there, I'm going to say no to that. I want him to play on different teams in this video. He's going to be going to Dallas. Another great team, but Wemby's been on a ton of great teams and is yet to win a ring. Cam Boozer takes home an MVP. I think Wembanyama played with him earlier in his career. Mark Bennett, Rookie of the Year. Asar Thompson, sixth man. Cooper Flagg, DPOY. Greg Myers, Most Improved. Ace Bailey, Clutch Player of the Year. Wembanyama on the All-NBA second team as he turns 30 years old this season. Wemby getting a little bit old. This is year 11 and still no championships. In round number 1, we've got a Battle of Texas. We're going to be taking on the San Antonio Spurs. We were the 3 seed as we won 52 games on the season. This team definitely is not better than ours though, so we should be beating them. We're up 3-1 in the series. We're going to beat them in 5. Now we're moving on to take on the Sacramento Kings. Sacramento has a solid squad, actually a great squad. I don't know how they were only the 7th seed. Game number 1 is going to go to us. Game 2 will go to Sacramento. Game 3 also goes to us. We're up 3-1 and we'll beat them in 5. We're moving on to face the Jazz, a team that Victor Wembanyama has played for previously in his NBA career. They've got a great roster. There's a reason why they were the 1 seed, but we're going to take Game 1. They'll take Game 2. We'll take Game 3. And Game 4, we are advancing to the NBA Finals led by Victor Wembanyama. We got one more team in the way of Wembanyama winning a championship, and it's the Orlando Magic. On our path to the finals, I think we have beat teams that are better than this Magic squad. Game number 1 is going to go to us. Game 2 will go to Orlando. Oh, I accidentally pressed sim round. Luckily, I stopped it. Magic are up 3-2. We've got a chance to force Game 7 here in game number 6. Finally, we get to see the big man play. It is a close game here. We're up by 3 with over a minute to go. Wemby just gonna pull it. He misses the 3. Orlando Magic grab the rebound. Devin Vassell has it. Vassell gonna give it over to Williams. Williams has the ball defended by Anthony Black. Williams gonna pass it over to Garner. Garner has it at near half court. He's gonna pass it down to Martin Jr. Martin Jr. over to Vassell. Vassell for 3. Gonna miss it, and Victor Wembanyama snags the rebound. Less than a minute to go. He's going to pass it up, and it's going to go down to our big man who misses the layup, and the Magic grab the rebound. Devin Vassell over to Garner. Garner has the ball. It's going to go down to Newman, and Newman gets an easy lay-in in transition. Less than 40 seconds to go here. We're up by a point. I want to see the ball in Victor Wembanyama's hands. He's running point guard here. Wemby bringing the basketball up the floor. What is Wembanyama gonna do? He gets the screen. Wemby gonna pull the mid-range, and he misses it. Orlando gets the rebound, and they've got a chance. Devin Vassell down to Williams. No, we're not gonna blow this. You've gotta be kidding me. We have to score here. Less than 20 seconds to go. Ball's going to go into Wembanyama. Wembanyama defended by Lively. Wemby going to slow things down a bit. Is he going to hold for the last shot? and go for game here? It sure looks like it. Wembanyama at half court. Now he's going to take it to the mid-range area. Wemby over Lively, and it's good. Victor Wembanyama with 0.3 remaining. What a shot. I was getting nervous there. Wembanyama was taking his time, but he knocked it down. Lively inbounding the ball for Orlando. It's going to go in, and I don't think they got that off in time. Regardless, it missed. We got the dub. What a shot from Wemby. We're going to game 7. Wembanyama 21, 17, and 5 in this one, and a huge mid-range bucket. Game 7 time. Wemby's got a chance to win a chip. We did it. Victor Wembanyama is an NBA champion, 22, 12, and 7. Kind of a rough shooting night, but hey, he hit the shot to even get us to game 7 in the first place, and Wemby's going to take home a chip and a finals MVP. Unfortunately, he has to move on to a new team. Man, that year in Dallas was absolutely crazy, but now we're headed to Brooklyn. Wembanyama's on a team with 390 pluses, so again, he's got a huge chance to compete for a chip. He's also playing alongside a guy he was drafted with, Brandon Miller. Koa Pete taking home an MVP, Jaden Williams Rookie of the Year, Caden Boozer 6th Man, Jason Asamoah wins Defensive Player of the Year, Chuck Mack Most Improved, and AJ DeBonsta Clutch Player of the Year, Steve Kerr Coach of the Year. Victor Wembanyama did not make All-NBA this season, and as a team, we were the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference. So it's clear something was working on this squad. In round number 1, we're taking on the 8th-seeded Orlando Magic. We're up 3-2. Hopefully we can get out of here. We're going to game 7, and we lost in 7 to the Orlando Magic. Shout out to Wemby, I guess. Great first round series, but we get bounced out in 7. Another team for Wembanyama, and it's going to be the Minnesota Timberwolves. Wemby just hasn't been on a bad team this video. I know I might have said this before, but this might be the best team he's been on so far. Koa Pete, another MVP. Sidney Russell, Rookie of the Year. Roy Carpenter, 6th Man. Ace Bailey, DPOY. Feels like Wemby hasn't gotten a DPOY in a minute. Bill James, Most Improved. Justin Edwards, Clutch Player. Wemby makes the All-NBA second team. Some good numbers on this season for sure, and we were the #1 seed, which makes sense. Y'all remember what the team was looking like in player progression. We were absolutely ridiculous, so I think we should win the chip. We beat the Mavs in 6 games. Round 2, we got San Antonio. We're going to sweep them. Conference Finals, it's going to be the Clippers. We're down 3-2. We're going to force 7. Who do they have on this squad? Yeah, they're nice, don't get me wrong, but I think our team is just better. Let's get this dub in game 7. That's what I'm talking about. Game 7 win. Victor Wembanyama wins Conference MVP, and we're moving on to the NBA Finals, where we'll be taking on the Orlando Magic. They've got Elijah Arenas and Brandon McCoy in the backcourt. Those are their 2 headlining players. Game number 1 is going to go to us. Game 2 goes to Orlando. Game 3 also goes to the Magic. Magic going to take a 3-1 lead. We're going to take game 5, and we'll lose in 6. Elijah Arenas named Finals MVP. So once again, even with a stacked roster, Wembanyama goes down 7 of 22 shooting in game 6. Hey man, Wemby's probably going to be on another super team regardless. He's going to, oh no, he's not going to Phoenix. He's already been there. But he's going to be going to Portland this time. So in this sim, Scoot has stuck with the Blazers for a long time. So Wemby and Scoot are going to be playing together. There's also some other solid players here, so another contender that Wemby has been lucky to go to. He's just been on some great rosters in this video. Koa Pete MVP, Theodore wins Rookie of the Year, Roy Carpenter 6th Man, Jason Asamoah DPOY, Julio Poole wins Most Improved Player, and Carter Knox wins Clutch Player of the Year. Now this season, the Blazers, we were the #1 seed. We picked up Jabari Smith Jr., okay, and we've got Wemby doing his thing once again. And at this point in his career, he has stacked up a lot of accolades. He's really been doing some great stuff so far in this video. He's already 33 years old though, which is crazy. This is season number 14. In round number 1, we're going to be taking on the Utah Jazz, and this is going to be an easy sweep. Then we went ahead and we beat the Mavs in 5. Conference Finals, it's going to be the Lakers, and the Lakers, they've got a squad for sure, so we got to lock in for this one. Game number 1 is going to go to us. Game 2 will go to LA. Game 3 goes to the Lakers. Game 4 also goes to the Lakers, and we'll lose in 5. So I was talking about locking in. Yeah, we weren't locked in at all. We end up losing in 5 games. Lakers will move on to the finals, and they end up losing to the Orlando Magic. but another unfortunate ending to one of Wemby's seasons. Alright, next team, we're going to go box 10, and it's going to be the Atlanta Hawks. Yeah, bro, Wemby just doesn't miss when it comes to joining super teams. The fact that Wemby still hasn't won an MVP is crazy, and sometimes his teammates have been getting them when he's on the team, like Cooper Flagg, he just won an MVP, Neil Bryant, Rookie of the Year, Roy Carpenter, 6th man, Jason Asamoah, Rookie of the Year, Ryan Black, Most Improved, Tyron Stokes wins Clutch Player of the Year. Wembanyama still holding strong on the All-NBA second team at age 34. Bro, that contract is ridiculous. 3 years, $236.12 million. That's crazy. But we ended up winning 69 games on the season. We were close to a 70-win year. We ended up losing our last 2 games, so we kind of sold. Round number 1, we got the New York Knicks. We're going to sweep them. Round 2, it's going to be the Orlando Magic. We're down 3-1, and maybe we can make a little 3-0 comeback because we were down 3-0 at one point, I believe, and we're going to go ahead and go to Game 7, so let's see if Wemby can finish the job. You know, just another day at the office for Wembanyama. A 3-0 comeback, 31-19-6, and we're moving on to the conference finals where we'll be taking on the Raptors. The Raptors got a stacked squad, but our squad is even more stacked. We're down 2-1 in the series, and we're down 3-1. We're going to take Game 5 and Game 6, so maybe just, you know, a 3-1 comeback to follow up the 3-0 comeback. We lost again. Victor Wembanyama is the CEO of losing when he is on a super team. This is getting ridiculous at this point. Alright, back to the glorious NBA team boxes. I'm going to go with number 2, and we're headed to Houston. So this is probably one of the worst teams that Wemby's been on, but it's still pretty solid. I mean, 289 overalls that he's playing alongside of. We're going to move Jaden over to the power forward so Wemby can start at the 5, and then Jaden can also be in the starting lineup. And yeah, that's how we're going to run it for this year. Cooper Flagg wins Most Valuable Player. Ron Robinson, Rookie of the Year. Floyd Badunga wins 6th Man of the Year. Koa Pete wins DPOY. And Jonathan Harrington wins Most Improved. Brandon McCoy, Clutch Player of the Year. What? James Harden, Coach of the Year. Excuse me, James? You coach now? Oh, that's crazy, man. We are that deep into the simulation that James Harden is coaching basketball. Victor Wembanyama, he's 35 at this point. He's still on the All-NBA third team, holding strong. Another great season with the Houston Rockets. In round number 1, we're going to be taking on whoever comes out to play, and it's going to be the Denver Nuggets. We won 55 games on the season. We were far and away the best team in a weak Western Conference. We're going to gentlemen sweep the Denver Nuggets. Round 2, we got Portland. Oh, that went 7, but we did go ahead and beat them, and it was a big win in Game 7. Conference Finals, we got the Los Angeles Clippers. They've got an old Ant-Man, Bryson Tucker, Emmanuel Sonnet. They have a solid team, don't get me wrong, but I definitely think our squad is better, and I think that Wemby really puts us over the edge. Let's be honest, he's really nice. Series all tied up at 1 apiece. Clippers going to take a 2-1 lead. We're all tied up at 2-2. We're going to take Game 5. Game 6 going to go to the Clippers. So we've got a Game 7. Let's hop in the Simcast. Victor Wembanyama is going back to the finals. We got the dub in Game 7, and we're going to be taking on Cooper Flagg, who has been dominant in this simulation. Wemby had 20 points, 5 boards, 10 assists in Game 7 to close it out. And we're moving on to the NBA Finals, where we'll be taking on the Atlanta Hawks. Now, Cooper Flagg is great, of course, but his supporting cast might not be better than Wemby's. Game number 1 is going to go to the Hawks. Game 2 also goes to the Hawks. Oh man, Wemby, you might just be an old man. You might be washed. We went ahead and we got swept by Cooper Flagg. Victor Wembanyama going to lose in the NBA Finals. Overall, a solid playoff run for him, and he's still a 98 overall at 35, which is crazy. We're going back to the wheel of NBA teams for this one. Let's see who we end up landing on. It looks like it's going to be the Charlotte Hornets. Now, Wemby has not spent any time in Charlotte so far, so let's see how this goes. Wembanyama, a part of a team with 390 plus overalls, so should have another chance at a chip. Koa Pete wins MVP. Eduardo Alvarez wins Rookie of the Year. Andrew Vincent, 6th man. Koa Pete DPOY. Rod Bryan, Most Improved. And Hugo Gonzalez, Clutch Player of the Year. Nick Nurse, Coach of the Year for the Philadelphia 76ers. Man, he's been coaching Philly for a minute now. Wembanyama, All-NBA second team. He's making over 80 M's in one season. That is ridiculous. But hey, he's doing some big stuff still, putting up great numbers and we were a playoff team once again. I don't think Wemby's missed the playoffs once since season number 1. I could be wrong on that. It's been a long video. But we won 61 games on the season. Round number 1, we're taking on the Washington Wizards. We were down 3-1, and we end up losing in 6 in the first round. I'm not going to lie to you. Oh, man. I mean, Wemby went crazy. But what I was going to say is, based on the teams he's been on, I feel like the team success overall has been quite underwhelming. How do I get to his resume here? There we go. So far, he's won 1 chip, 2 finals MVPs. He's made lots of All-NBA teams and stuff. He's been an All-Star a lot. But, I mean, I'd expect that he would have at least like 3-4 rings based on the squads he's been on. I've spun the wheel like 3-4 times now. I just keep landing on teams he's already been on. All right, here's a new team for Wemby. He's going to the Clippers. Another solid squad that Wemby gets to be a part of. Now, this Emmanuel Sonnet dude, he's a center, so we're going to slide him over to power forward. 7-2 and 7-4 in your front court is nuts. Koa Pete wins MVP. Bro, he's just been winning every MVP. Dante Cooper, Rookie of the Year. Brooke McCarthy, 6th man. Koa Pete, a DPOI as well. He is ridiculous. Donnie Lewis, Most Improved. Bro, we get it, dude. You can win awards. Caleb Goldman wins Coach of the Year. Hey, that's for our team, the Los Angeles Clippers. Is the Wemby fall off here? No All-NBA this season, no All-Defense or anything, but we were the number 1 seed, and Wemby has really continued to do his thing even into season number 18, which is crazy because, you know, he's like 7'4". Round number 1, we'll beat the Kings in 5. Round 2, we got the Golden State Warriors. We'll sweep them. Conference Finals, we got San Antonio. It looks like this one's going to be rough. We're down 3-1. We're going to take Game 5 and Game 6. So we're headed to Game 7 against the team where it all started, the Spurs. We've got a close game here in Game 7, and Wembanyama's getting old, so this might be one of his final chances to advance to the finals and win a championship. Jackson has the ball at the top of the key. Jackson gonna pull the 3-point jumper, and he misses it. Man, our front court is huge. This Sonnet dude, and then we've also got Wemby. We've got so much size. Dixon has it, gonna go over to Gilliard for 3, and Gilliard, big shot there to put the Clippers up by 2 points in the clutch. Great 3-point jumper, and now we're up by 2. Francis is bringing up the ball. Man, it's just basically auto-generated, guys, at this point. Francis has the ball at the top of the key over to Mullins. Mullins has it. He's going to attack the basket here. Some good defense from our big. Like I said, our front court is huge. Ball's going to go out to Francis. Okay, well, we're just trading 3-pointers here. The Spurs going to knock a 3 of their own down. Randy Francis going to hit 1. Tucker bringing up the ball. I think this is Bryson Tucker, right? Tucker has the ball. He's going to get the screen from our big, and the ball's going to go to Wemby. Wemby for 3, and it's off. Man, it looked like he had a decent amount of room there. I thought he could have knocked that down. Asamoah going to pass it over to Jackson. Jackson, his mid-range is good. Spurs take a 3-point lead. We need a 3 to tie it up. Yeah, that's kind of how math works, Danny. Nice one. Gilliard has the ball. He's bringing it up. Get it to Wemby and let him pop a 3, man. Gilliard has it. He's going to get it to Wembanyama. He's just too big, and Wemby's going to get us a quick 2. We still got time to where if we just get a stop, we can look to take the lead in our potential final possession. Francis has the ball over to Asamoah, and it's good. No, that is exactly what we did not want to do. 3's going to go in for San Antonio, and we are down by 4 points. If we don't score here, it's probably over, man. Sonnet has the ball. Sonnet on the inbound. Who are we going to go to? We're going to go to Gilliard. Gilliard over to Miller. Miller has it. Going to get the screen, and Miller, he's looking to get to the basket, steps it back in the mid-range, he's wide open, and he misses it. Oh my gosh, bro. That's just pathetic. And we're going to lose in this one. Unfortunate. We just barely came up short in Game 7. And like I said, it sucks because this could be one of Wemby's last chances to really win a championship considering he is getting older. I'm going to be looking out on that player retirement screen because Wemby is 37, but I mean, he's not really showing any signs of slowing down. Another great playoff run for Wembanyama. Wemby's next team is going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder. Wemby about to spend a year in OKC. Probably one of the worst teams he's played for over the past few years, but still a solid squad. Cam Boozer won MVP, Lamond Irving Rookie of the Year, Maurice Knox 6th man, Koa Pete DPOY, Jaden Olsen Most Improved, and Theodore Felder Clutch Player of the Year, Quinn Snyder Coach of the Year. Now, how did the old man do? He didn't make all NBA or all defense, but the team was good. We ended off the season on a 7-game win streak. I didn't even notice Bryce was here, but Wembanyama, bro, he just keeps getting better. Or maybe not better, but he just continues to do his thing season after season. Year number 19, man's pushing LeBron's limits at this point. He's doing his thing so late in his career. We're going to beat the Memphis Grizzlies in 6 round 1. We got the Minnesota Timberwolves in round 2. We're going to game 7. Man, Wemby has been to a ton of game 7s in this video. We got a Bronny versus Bryce matchup here in game 7, taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Let's see if we can finish the job. We ended up winning by 16 points in this one. Victor Wembanyama drops 20 points and adds on 11 rebounds. A great game for Wemby, and we're moving on to the conference finals. I said it last year, it could be one of Wemby's last chances to make a deep playoff run, so let's make the most of it. Game number 1 is going to go to us. Game 2 will go to Golden State. Game 3 going to go to us. And we're going to beat them in 5. Victor, averaging almost 32 a game in the conference finals at age 38, bro. This is ridiculous. This would be a storybook type of run. Now, I wonder, is Wemby considering retirement at this one? He dropped 45. He better not be retiring. He's too nice, but let's see what he's thinking right now. Yeah, he's still talking about free agency. He's not thinking about retirement. So Wemby, he might be around for quite a bit longer. In the NBA Finals, we just got to get through Toronto, and Wemby will take home another championship. Game number 1 to the Raptors. Game 2 going to go to us. Game 3 to us. And the Raptors will take game 4, all tied up, headed into game 5. Old man Wemby's got too much experience. His teams show up in big games. We are 1 game away from a championship, and we're going to get it. Victor Wembanyama, Finals MVP. Just as a little check, in case you've lost count, I'm not going to lie, I've lost count, so I need to check. Victor Wembanyama has 2 rings, 3 Finals MVPs, 18 All-Star appearances, and a bunch of All-NBA appearances as well. Now it's time for Wemby to go on to his next team. Here we go, wheel of basketball teams. Where is Wemby going? He's going to Miami, and Wembanyama has yet to play in Miami, so another new squad for Wembanyama in year 20. Another really solid squad. We've got 5 players above 85 overall. Cam Boozer, another MVP. Garrett Taylor, Rookie of the Year. Dedrick Gilbert, 6th Man of the Year. Cam Boozer, DPOY. Scott Freeman, Most Improved. And Leon Hayes, Clutch Player. One thing I'm a bit surprised about is that Wembanyama didn't end up winning a ton of awards throughout this video. I assume he's done winning awards at this point. I mean, he's still good at basketball, don't get me wrong, but I think he's past the point where he's going to be winning MVPs. I mean, this is year 20, but he's still putting up great numbers, and Miami was really good. We won 53 games. Round number 1, we got Brooklyn. They're the 6th seed, we're the 3 seed, and we got cooked. Wow. All right, Wemby's had quite a few disappointing first round exits. Solid stats in round 1 though for Wembanyama, so I'm not gonna blame him too much or anything. He's old anyway. And this is where Victor Wembanyama is going to call it a career, and what a career it has been. Real quick, here's a look at his awards. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.